Hello, everyone. I'm Drunk Farmer. Welcome to NFL Picks. Wow, what a Sunday, wasn't it? Some people are still scratching their heads from Sunday's game, and a close one on Monday night. First, let's start with Sundays. First off, Green Bay, Kansas City. Green Bay without Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers, you got in trouble. Naughty, naughty, Aaron. So Aaron gets to stayed on for the Kansas City Chiefs um, Green Bay game, and Kansas City won that game. It wasn't pretty, but they won, so it was a win for Kansas City. Also, um, when did Denver get a football team? The Denver Broncos goes into Dallas and basically shuts Dak Peter Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys down. Literally, they shut them down. Dallas only scored 16 points. Dallas fans are still scratching their heads on that game. Dallas was 6-1 going into that game. You think, oh, Denver kind of middle of the road, Jekyll and Hyde team. Denver hasn't really done really great on the road. They come into Dallas and beat Dallas. That's not an easy place to play. So Dallas fans are just going, what the hell happened? Well, you got kicked by a Bronco. What happened? Um, Cincinnati, Cleveland. That was a AFC North division game. Cleveland basically exploded on Cincinnati's defense. Baker Mayfield just had some type of just basically a scoring explosion on that Cincinnati's defense, and Cincinnati was left in the dust pretty much. Um, Buffalo, Jacksonville. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? But you know, the old saying goes: on any given Sundays, somebody is always going to get beat. And unfortunately, the Buffalo Bills, who I don't know had a brain fart or something, and I'm sure Buffalo Bill fans are just going like, yeah, a lot of people were doing this. Buffalo, one of the best offenses in the NFL. Jacksonville got a defense. Let's just put it that way. Jacksonville did. It was a defensive game, and Jacksonville won the defensive struggle. I mean, that's the storyline. It was probably Jacksonville's defense. Wasn't their offense. It didn't look pretty, but hey, it's a win, right? Either way, beating by 20 some points or beating by 3 points, it's a win. And Jacksonville's defense shut down that Buffalo Bills offense. Wow. So Buffalo probably is going to go home this week and try to figure out what they did. Sunday night game, Tennessee, Rams. The storyline here is Tennessee's defense. The Titans just stopped one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL, pretty much. And they did it. And LA's just couldn't figure it out. They just couldn't figure that defense out, and the Tennessee Titans just pretty much stopped them. It was just plain old fashioned defense. They played the Rams well. They played the Rams tough. They did what they needed to do on both sides of the ball and won the game. Los Angeles, they looked a little flat. But, that's just my opinion. Rams fans are still trying to figure out how they lost that game because they're usually pretty good at home. But apparently there is something going on in Tennessee. Also, for Tennessee, they lost who I call Mr. Henry. We all know who that is. He's out for the rest of the year, and the Titans went out and picked up Adrian Peterson, who was just sitting around the house doing nothing. And Tennessee called, and said, "Hey, Adrian, want to come play football?" Okay, so he's now a Tennessee Titan. But like I said, the real story of that game was the Tennessee Titans defense. They were just all over the LA offense. I mean, they just stomped the LA's offense. They just stopped them. Period. Pretty good. I thought it'd be a closer game, to tell you the truth. I thought it was going to come down to the wire, but what do I know? Anyway, let's get to the standings because that's getting interesting now. Let's get up to the standings here. AFC East, let's start in the East. Buffalo. Barely hanging on to that Eastern Division. They're 5-3, and right behind them, and is the New England Patriots. They're 5-4. The other two teams are pretty much irrelevant. They're both two. The NFC North is real interesting. I said this last week. I said keep an eye on this division. The Ravens are still 6-2. Pittsburgh is now 5-3. They're in second place. Cleveland is 5-4, and Cincinnati is 5-4. No one is out of this race yet. This is going to be a tight race, so let's keep an eye on that AFC North. AFC South, pretty much Tennessee is 7-2, and the second place Indianapolis Colts are 4-5. The Jaguars are 2-6. They're out of the basement. The Houston Texans are in the basement with 1-8. AFC West, this is an interesting race too. You got the Chargers 5-3, you got the Raiders 5-3, they're tied for first place. Then you got the Chiefs 5-4, and wait, the Denver Broncos are also 5-4. No one is out of this division yet. No one's dominated this division yet. So that'd be fun to keep an eye on. Seriously, I think that will be fun to keep an eye on. NFC East, Dallas leading that 6-2. Second place is the Eagles. Then the Giants. Yeah, I said the Giants. They're both 3-6. Then you got Washington football team who are 2-6. Someone's got to make the playoffs in that division. AFC North is pretty much Green Bay. They're 7-2. Then followed by the Minnesota Vikings who are 3-5. Then my Chicago Bears, who Monday night came that close from beating Pittsburgh. That close. But it was poor clock management, some bad calls from the refs, and the Bears shot themselves in the foot with penalties also. And by the way, the Chicago Bears need to find a better offensive line because more Justin Fields is running for his life half the time. But my congratulations to the Pittsburgh Steelers and their fans. I have a friend of mine who's a Steeler fan. His name is Adam. So, Adam, you beat my Bears. But not by much, though. It wasn't pretty, but you did beat them. So, there you go. So, back to the standings. Go to the AFC South. You got Tampa Bay, 6-2. The Saints, wow, they got beat. They got beat by the Falcons. The Saints are 5-3. The Falcons are 4-4, and the Panthers are 4-5. So that might be something for a wild card in there. Somebody should come out of there as a wild card. Who knows? But right now, Tampa Bay is 6-2. So they're kind of hanging on to the South. Out in the West, it's still a tight race in the West. Cardinals 8-1, Rams 7-2. The rest of the teams are 3-5. That'd be Seattle and San Francisco. I'd kind of keep an eye on this division right now. This division could get interesting. So there you go, kids. How do you like that? So let's go over to who am I picking this week. It's NFL picks. And here's the teams I'm picking. As soon as I get them up here. Here we go. Thursday night game, Baltimore, Miami. I think this should be an easy game. Lamar Jackson over Miami. That's too easy. Sunday, we got the Falcons against the Cowboys. After that debacle with Denver, I think the Cowboys are going to take the frustrations out on the Falcons. I'm going to pick the Cowboys over the Falcons. Saints and Tennessee. This is a good game. But I'm going to have to go with Tennessee at home. I think the Saints do have a good football team, but they are sometimes Jekyll and Hyde. But the Titans right now with that defense, I'm picking the Titans at home. Jaguars and the Colts, taking the Colts at home. Browns, New England, taking New England over the Browns. Bills and Jets, I'm taking Buffalo. I think Buffalo's going to take some frustration out on the poor Jets. Lions and Steelers, oh God, this ought to be easy. Steelers. because the Lions, they're still in the running for that first round draft pick, by the way. They're 0-8. Tampa Bay against the Washington football team. I'm going to choose Tampa Bay and Tom Brady. Carolina, Arizona at home. I'm going to take Arizona. Arizona's been looking really good. Even with their second string team, they look good. As everybody knows, that Kyle Murray was out last week. I don't know when he's going to return, though. Minnesota, Los Angeles Chargers. I'm going to take the Chargers at home. Eagles, Broncos. I'm picking the Broncos. I haven't picked the Broncos all year, to tell you the truth. Seattle, Green Bay. If Aaron Rodgers is, I'm just going to pick Green Bay. I think Aaron Rodgers will be back. I'm not sure. If not, that'd be a bad pick for me. Kansas and Sunday night game, a rival game. Can't get any better than this. Chiefs, Raiders. I don't. This ought to be a really good game. The Raiders, by the way, lost to the New York Giants Sunday. The Giants. My wife's team. I can't really say anything bad about it. Mrs. Drunk Farmer will kick my ass. I'm going to go with the Raiders at home. I think the Raiders are a little bit better at home than they are on the road. Monday night, we got the Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. The way the 49ers have been looking all year, they don't have a shot. I'm taking the Rams. They're going to be a little mad because of what happened Sunday. So I'm thinking the Rams are going to take some frustrations out on the San Francisco 49ers. I'm taking the Rams. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the NFL picks for this week. And by the way, last week I didn't do so good. I think I think I was one game over 500. I didn't really do too hot. Let me look here. I'm not sure. Let's see. How did I do here? They got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I just broke even. Not a really good week. I did. Like I said, some of those games were upsets. I just broke even. But if you got your picks, put them in the comment section below. Or if you got a comment, put in the comment section below. If you liked the show, give this show a thumbs up. Subscribe. I'd like to get more subscribers. Till then, sorry so long, but until next week, I am Drunk Farmer. This has been NFL Picks. I will see you next week, everyone. Have a good rest of the weekend, good weekend, and happy football.